Aching cold sets into an unfamiliar body. A distant howling surrounds you, louder with each passing second. Insistent and invisible hands slap and tear at the membrane that protects you.
Yes!
Your first emotion is an involuntary and formless panic. You feel you have forgotten something important. As if it once meant the world to you, but the details slip away as you grasp at them. You force your eyes open. A white-pink fleshy cocoon surrounds you. Even as you look, a minor rent in its side tears open, and the howling wind forces its way inside. The cocoon rips away, gone before you can grab it, spinning you into a dizzying tumble. You are falling, the world many kilometers beneath you. You catch a glimpse of a curved horizon, and also the ground beneath you that is approaching deceptively quickly. Above you, a small moon is slowly collapsing in upon itself. A corona of acid green and black energy playing around its edges. The wind buffets you and burns your eyes, but you don't need to see the details of the faraway ground to know you're in serious trouble. You won't survive a fall from this stratospheric height. A part of your frantic mind battles that technically you probably fell from a thermospheric height. You struggle to stay focused as the ground rushes toward you. Instinctively, you spread your arms and legs, and they respond sluggishly. You stop tumbling head over heels. Though you are still spinning laterally, that motion has calmed as well, and you have space to assess your situation, and perhaps to understand the predicament and the body in which you find yourself. Below you, you see a large landmass. A massive ocean dominates the rest of the visible globe, dotted here and there with island chains. Small moons, unusual structures, and strange machines rush past you in glittering profusion as you plummet toward the ground. It's hazy. You were in a tall passageway, its sides slicked with dew, the air warm and moist, as if you were caught in the breath of a giant organism. You remember fleeing in fear and exhilaration, laughing through the terror. What was it that pursued you? Something ancient and cold, its coiling power the promise of oblivion. Its shattered tendrils struck at you, and the walls where they landed were torn apart, utterly destroyed beyond any hope of repair. You leapt into a membranous cocoon and fell from the station, the moon. And then you were empty. But who were you? What was that creature? A word surfaces in your thoughts, and you seize it before it vanishes. Sorrow. The world fills your sight. You're about to hit. It hurts your mind to recall, but you push past it, a creature of the forgotten world seeking you out across the centuries. But it's not you it seeks, is it? It sought the man whose memories you shuffle through now, and you realize suddenly that you are not him. You were... Who? Who were you? If you somehow manage to sidestep everything you know about anatomy, physics, and death, and you are surprised to realize that you do know something about them, and you survive this fall, you suspect that you might be able to reawaken a dormant strength you sense inside you. But who could possibly survive a fall from this height? You remember reaching an escape tube, and you remember being struck by a tendril of force, and then the fall. The fall. You open your eyes in time to see a riot of color around you, your descent barely slowed, and then agony flares throughout your body as a crunching impact destroys you. The last thing you hear is a rapidly cycling line of energy, and then darkness.
That was fucking cool. Oh god. Darkness. Darkness, brothers. I got some hexagons. Jumbled thoughts cloud your head as you study the empty bowl before you. Drops of liquid fall from the ceiling, spattering on the ground next to the bowl. The light from every drop is reflected into the bowl's rounded hollow, as if it hungers for that light and needs to be filled, yet the bowl remains dry. Another drop from the ceiling and splashes across the pylons. Wasted. The fuck is this shit? Base difficulty hard, final difficulty hard. No technical effort. Total cost, 1 might. Huh. The edges of the bowl tear at your flesh as you seize it. You grit through the pain, though, hauling the bowl over the glowing pool of fallen light. Blood trails from your fingers into the hungry depths of the bowl. Drop by drop it fills, your blood mixing with the light until the air itself takes on a strange reddish hue. Ripples spread over the blurred outline of your reflection. A sanguine radiance spills across the segmented floor, washing away the nearest shadows and pouring into your mind, melting the ragged edges of your fragmented thoughts. You are not whole, not yet, but you have begun to heal from the damage done in your long fall. A voice calls out from somewhere high above, beyond the reaches of the spreading light. Hello, are you still alive down there? We're up here. Build a path up to us and be careful. Metal waves roll over the floor below, sending vibrations through the soles of your boots. This is so fucking cool. Ah! The rippling surface of the bowl shines with its own light. Overturn the bowl. You touch it, you feel a strange tightness in your head, and soon discover that the bowl is far too heavy to move now. Even the attempt makes your arms ache and temples throbs. Try again. Damn. Fuck off, bowl. Oh, this is so fucking cool. Ciphers. Field fettles? I thought that said fealties at first. Temporary conditions that affect character stats and actions. Shins are shiny, coin-like object tree is currency in the Ninth World. Huh. The air thickens with each step you take towards this watery orb. The whispering voices flit across one of the countless aching gaps in your mind. This must be one of the memories you were told to find. Two figures swim down through the orb, as though it is a fathomless ocean. One vanishes into the ebony depths before you can study it. The other, a male, seems to be struggling, or perhaps drowning. You remember that, like the swimmer, you cannot breathe. Let's rescue the swimmer. Oops. Oh, I passed it. Nice. Success! Permanently gain 1 speed pool. Maximum speed pool is now 3. Okay. You plunge your hand into the orb and catch the tiny swimmer. Surprisingly strong muscles flex against your palm. The swimmer pulls you through the breach. As he does, you feel faster. Something about this place causes even your smallest choices to shape who you are. As you plunge into the water, a memory floods your mind. You stand in front of a rusted door. The air is humid and dank. You've had a moment's respite from this water. Logged hell. A bubble of stale air, your resting point. You've breathed water before. You've lived decades beneath the waves, but this body's an air breather, and the constant pressure has been crushing you ever so subtly. This is fucking with my brain, man. Worse, your companion's mind seems to be wandering from the task at hand. He is a genius with machines, as you well know, but now he seems distracted. The device in his hand is covered in knobs, wires, and antennae. He believes It can get the two of you through the corroded door, but he's merely staring at it. Perhaps he's lost faith in his invention, and that is hardly your concern. This mission cannot be delayed, it must proceed. Yeah, let's fucking fix this spell ourselves, man. You mumble a few words, drawing power from the air around you until a solution appears in your mind. You snatch the device from his hands, rewire it, and shove it back at him. Oh, he says, examining your work. Sorry, I was trying to improve the thing. He waves the device at the door, and the stale air of your bubble freshens as the door swings open. A dark hallway lies beyond, a passage that links the water-bordered cells and the aquatic viewing areas. What you seek lies there. Oh my god, this is so cool. Moments later, you are underwater again, and your hands are closing around a strange artifact that seems somehow familiar. It hovers above a pedestal, writhing and spinning as if alive. An electric current runs through your fingers as if your hand crosses the vertical plane of the pedestal, and an iridescent field coalesces so fast that the wave of pressure dazes you for a moment. The rising pulse of a sonar alarm ripples through the air. The guards won't be far behind. What's up, D-Tech? Disable the pulse. You focus on the cloudy base of the pedestal. Your fingers instinctively find the control panel for the jeweled force field, almost as if you had built it in the first place. You remove it, casting it to the side, and you reach inside to deactivate the crystals that power both the pulse and the pedestal. As you remove them, a scaly hand falls on your shoulder. Your head whips around, and you see only the inky blackness of a piscine eye. Piscine. Let's look that up. Of or concerning fish. Piscine. Okay. The memory begins to fade as if you were being drawn backward through a tunnel, and you hear more pylons rising from the pit. Something is wrong. The events within the orb have settled into that gap in your mind, but the edges of it are rough, as though the memory itself is not truly yours. There's something else. A gust of sour air pulling at you, like a predator inhaling the scent of its prey at the far end of a dark, whispering field. Cool. Oh god, metal shit turned into a fucking path. I think I'm gonna turn down the resolution. It's just a little laggy. Okay, much better. The mirror looks strange, as though what you see in it is real and you're the reflection. Countless scratches and wounds mar the surface of this door. Someone made a great effort to get inside, to no avail. Was it me? No sign or symbol tells you what might be behind this enormous door. A dull chill radiates from its bronze, segmented surface, and the thick metal wheel seems frozen into place. The light around the door's frame dims and flares like a roaring fire in a high wind. Oh, the writing in this game is so good. This orb, this memory, resembles an eye or masked face. It turns to face you with cold disdain. Mechanisms spin and mesh beneath the gleaming surface, and an ominous ticking begins, getting faster and faster. Two cold facts emerge from the mental gap this memory once occupied. The ticking does indeed mean that the device will soon explode, and you have no one to blame but yourself. The trap is yours, built to protect the memory within. How to open the device, disarm it. Yeah, let's fucking disable it. So that's 70, 85, 100? Let's do 85. Come on, yeah. Permit the game 1 speed point. Success! Carefully, you reach through the misty surface of the orb around blurring sawtooth gears and pluck out the heart of the device. Your body becomes more deft with the action. Suddenly, the orb cracks at your touch, sending a memory jolting up through your arm into your mind. You stand behind a woman on a verdant crag. Beneath the two of you is a broad plateau towering above the overgrowth far below. Strange machines have been built into the cliffside, presumably for reconnaissance or defense. A metallic disc gleams from the center of the plateau. Your self-aware humanoid machines drill into the base of the cliffs below. If you were looking for a sanctuary, and you were, desperately, this seems like the right place. I don't know about this, the woman says, her voice flat, neutral. Her face is turned away from you. What makes this place any more secure than the other ones we've found? The woman says. Alright, so use my intellect and wisdom. Charm her with my charisma. Draw her attention to the hidden details. Let's do that one. You shade your eyes against the bright sun so that you can point out the thin bands radiating out from the metallic disc. How the energy from those bands affects the local fauna, suggesting an enormous source of prior world energy. She thinks deeply. It's geologically sound. Have you run the sounding samples and checked the strata? No major caverns or weaknesses showed up on your reconnaissance scan? Resonance scans? Strata? Like the stratosphere? I don't know that just as a C-R-A-T-A. Strata. Plural form of stratum. Okay. A layer or series of rock. Okay. Strata. Strata. So how's it going, D-Tech? She waits for your affirmation and says, "Alright, I'm convinced." The two of you sketch your plans for the sanctuary, drawing schematics and architectural diagrams. Then you descend onto the plateau to examine the open ground. The woman suggests having one of the servitors build a shelter for your time here. You try to draw one of the constructs away from its task, but it doesn't respond to your voice. When you lay a hand on its shoulder to reinforce your command, it whirls and strikes you across the face with inhuman speed. It turns back to its task, ignoring you. Your companion helps you rise, laughter in her eyes. It seems your construct has other ideas. What's the matter with it? Use the Numenera integrated into the construct's body to overwhelm the behavior main function. Look for a deeper solution. Let's look for a deeper solution. A mist falls into the plateau as you wrap a fiber shielding mesh around the construct's skull. The mesh powers up, protecting the construct's mind from any transdimensional emissions that might be in the area. Taking a deep breath, you repeat your command. Acknowledged, it obediently trundles to the site of your new shelter. Okay. The image freezes, then fades, and you feel the memory filling the gap in your mind, blocked by jagged block. You stagger, clutching your head, reclaiming your memories. Hurts. And once more, there's something else. Hairs lift one by one on the back of your neck. Something beyond this room can sense what you're doing and is haunting you. Really into roller coasters, oh, right on. Yeah, you seem to enjoy that game quite a bit. I might give it a try if I could play it for free. Your fingers are twitching, your mind races. Each blink sends branching streams of white fire across the inside of your eyelids. You can't deny it. You feel stronger and sharper, more whole than when you landed here. Captive light swirls mockingly beneath the thick surface of the orb before you, obscuring shadows, memories behind you. You will need to claim them somehow if you are able to be free of this place and to find your companion. Alright, so coax the shadows in front of the glass so you can see them. Crack the orb with your fists. $70, 85. Damn. Let's do 85 again. Come on, big money. Oh, really? How much is it without the sale, and how much do you think it'll be with the sale? I might look into it. Success, your confidence grows. Speaking quietly, you call a slender shadow to the surface of the glass and to the light. It is a young woman bound in chains of sorrow. She speaks quietly of a memory. You lean in closer and closer until her whispered words fill your mind. Vision of a city springs up around you, your city in flames and under attack. Her defenders have fought and died all day, and still the attackers keep coming. They fight as if your destruction were demanded of them. They care nothing for mercy, surrender, or plunder. What they want is blood. But you have brought a keen-eyed companion to the top of the tower. She has seen the way to stop the invaders. You need to get her to safety, and you need to rally your defenders. 60 right now? G2 land for 12? Rally. Really, wow. Rally, I said, because of this word right here. Is that a pretty legitimate, like, source, though, on G2A? But even as you turn towards the door of the tower, two of the attackers descend from a hovering machine. You don't have time to strike at them before they land. One is brutishly large, his weapon a vibrating axe. The other is slim, sheathed in glassy armor and holding a hilt with a sizzling invisible blade. Your companion backs away. She's too young to help. Your enemies advance single file, confined by the parapet. Don't want to trade blows. Dunker the giant's attack. Yeah, that's probably best. Attack before he can strike. You roll under the blurring arc of his axe. He's overconfident, testing you without committing to the attack. Yes, he's fast, but not as fast as you are. And when he raises the great axe above his head to finish you, you are able to bury your blade under his breastplate. The blade emerges from the back of his neck, and his life's blood washes over your hands. Yeah. He falls, taking your weapon with him, and his companion attacks. Her invisible blade is far more lethal than the giant's axe. You duck as she thrusts at you, and the wall behind you hisses, destroyed. Her return swing cuts through your armor, ruining your breastplate. She doesn't have to be skilled with a weapon like this. She just has to make contact. You time your attack just as she pulls it back for another strike. You barrel into her, driving her over the wall, and she drops, screaming to the ground 50 meters below. Whew, close one. The immediate threat ended. You focus on finding a way back to your allies. You open the tower door and rush down the stairs. The door at the base of the stairs is slightly cracked, opening just a bit into the hall, and you hear more of the enemy soldiers behind you. I should probably do the speed thing, since I don't have any might. Crack the door open and sneak past them. Your brother got it there? That's cool. 12, yeah, I have a lot of games to play. $12 is a bit for a gamble like that, and especially for an MMO. I usually don't play MMOs very long. You press yourself against the gleaming door, easing it open, and your breath catches in your throat as it squeaks quietly, the sound like a bell in your memory. You pause, but the soldiers in the hall continue to the top. You push again, squeeze yourself through the narrow opening, and creep down the bloodstained hall. The memory begins to fade, and you find yourself back in your own body. Your temples throb with the racing force of your heartbeat, and the reclaimed memories blaze within you, like a bonfire on a mountain peak, visible to every predator for kilometers around. A tremor rocks the floor beneath you, as though the massive fist has struck the room itself. Swaying on your feet, you see frantic movement within the borders of a mirror at the edge of the room. Okay, just go over here. Is there any kind of save? I'm hitting F5 and it's like chugging the game, so I'm assuming it's saving. The border of this mirror is lavishly decorated with a dizzying number of interlocked symbols. Daggers, masks, paintbrushes, amulets, and more. But that's nothing compared to what you see in the glass. You see a vast crowd of people, exact doppelgangers of you, shoving, arguing with, and fighting each other. Most are drab imitations of you, but a precious few are vivid and pull at your attention. Each of them bears an intricate pentagonal tattoo on their head. In their eyes, their actions, you see the memories you discovered within the orbs. and the choices you made shining like distant stars. Your hand twitches at your side, and though some of the bright doppelgangers ignore you, an even smaller number immediately turn to you, waiting for you to choose them and learn what you might become. A rumble shakes the room, and a slow vibration spreads from the darkness below, rippling towards the ceiling. This is fucking cool, man. Alright, point of the doppelganger moving cautiously toward the crowd, slipping graciously through the mob with a mystical symbol on its brow. It's smooth talking the others. Why would I point at any of them? Oh, like the one that's me, I guess? Mystical symbol, the doppelganger shoulders its way through the crowd, casually donning an 8-fingered glove. Then it digs its fingers into the glass between you. With a grunt, it tears a hole in the surface shaped like a pointed ear. Carefully, the doppelganger speaks an unfamiliar word into the ear, and the ground itself seems to turn, as if you are standing inside the door the doppelganger has just opened. When you look around, the hole has disappeared, and nothing has changed. Or has it? Dun dun dun. Zara2000, what's up? Welcome.
Welcome to the internet, my friend. How can I help you?
I'm sorry that was so loud. Oh my god. That really hurt my ears. Let's try again.
Welcome to the internet, my friend. How can I help you?
There we go. Much better. The doppelganger plucks the 8-fingered glove from its hands and waits for your decision. Yeah. I want to do the charismatic one, I think. These games are all about fucking talking. With a roguish grin, the doppelganger drops a few pilfered coins and makes its way over to you, slipping a dagger from a hidden sheath on its wrist. It flicks the dagger high into the air. Winking at you, it catches the weapon by the blade between its thumb and forefinger and whips it at your head. You nearly duck before realizing the dagger is still in its hand. At your reaction, the doppelganger apologizes so smoothly you forget you were even mad. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. This game. The doppelganger spins the dagger back into its sheath and waits for your decision. Yes, that is who I am. What's up, Greg Jabroni? How you doing?
Welcome to my nightmare.
The remaining doppelgangers scatter for the edges of the mirror and vanish. Your chosen identity steps forward. Its appearance changes as it steps out of the rippling glass. Its face exudes intelligence and confidence. Shadows of several devices shimmer all around it, technology of several kinds from a myriad of past ages. You get the feeling you would be comfortable with all of it. The word Nano sounds in your mind. Nano. Restored 1 speed, 1 intellect. Oh yeah. The doppelganger continues walking, stepping into you, filling you, making you whole. Your decision rings out into the cavernous room, awaking and unlocking vast mechanisms behind the walls. Suddenly, a grotesque noise rings through your shared worlds, like a bell, if bells could rot. Something is coming. Yeah, I'm a big Planescape fan, too. Like, I had no idea the beta was out, and then I got an email about it today, and I was like, fuck yeah. So, installed it, and this is my very first boot, man. 10 minutes in. The mirror fades, leaving a dark, open doorway. You take a deep breath and step through. What? Abilities unlocked. Onslaught? Well, how the hell do I scroll down here? I want to see what Onslaught does. Well, damn it. Can I not, That's pretty funny. So, let's see. Combat skills. Okay, I'm confused. Last cast off. Slick Glaive. Selected abilities. Yeah, this is the very beginning. Glaives are the elite warriors of the Ninth World, using weapons and armor to fight their enemies. Hunters, guardians, and soldiers could be glaives. Sometimes scouts, warlords, bandits, even athletes are glaives. Glaive is a common slang term used almost everywhere for any person skilled with weapons or a martial art, but in truth it applies only to the best of the best. Glaives are warriors who command abilities far beyond those of a typical person with a sword. Either strong, heavy armor weapons available, high might. Why do I have high might? I picked all the I didn't pick a single might thing. Oh, I see. These are like the 3 classes I can choose or whatever. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, got it. Glaives also use ranged weapons such as crossbows or buzzers. Some don't rely on weapons at all, preferring to use their bodies. Okay. I wish I could see what these fucking skills do, man. Fuck it. Alright, Jack. So glaive is +2, +2, -2. Glaive is +1, +1, +1. Can pick 1. 1 starting weapon skill, 1 ability at each tier. Pick 1 athletic skill. Okay. Might pool. I have no idea. Yeah, so I'm just learning this for the first time too. It's looking like you can kind of pick a class here, which is character type at the beginning. I just did a bunch of dialogue and that gave me like bonus stats here, but then I can adjust a little bit as I start, I guess? I don't know, I'm totally guessing. Nanos. Onslaught. Okay, 2 abilities at each tier. Nanos are sometimes called mages, wizards, sorcerers, or witches by the people of the 9th world. Nano-sorcerer is also a common term, with their abilities referred to as nano-sorcery. Some claim to be the representatives of gods or other supernatural agencies. Whatever they're called, nanos master the mysteries of the past to the degree that they seem to perform miracles. They tap into the Numenera to alter reality or learn things that they couldn't otherwise know. The term nano is derived from the nanotechnology that is omnipresent throughout the 9th world, whether anyone realizes it or not. Sometimes people call these invisible, numinous particles that infuse the landscape nanospirits. Okay? So that would give me 3, 5, 7, and this one was 5, 7, 3. Okay, and Jack. 1, 1, 1. That's like a jack of all trade jacks, I guess. So it's basically like fighter, everything, / maybe thief? Yeah, / bard, / mage. Maybe. Wish I could see what these fucking skills did, man. Fuck, that's driving me nuts. Jacks are intrepid explorers and adventurers. They are jacks of all trades, hence the name. Although the word also harkens back to the fables involving a wily, resourceful hero who always seems to be named Jack. Uses a verb to jack means to steal, to deceive, or to get out of a tight scrape through ingenuity or luck. So it's a rogue. Jacks don't use one skill or tactic exclusively. They use whatever weapons, armor, esoteric? That's a noun for esoteric. Esoteries, or anything else that might help them. Jacks shine when they combine all their tools. They are hunters, particularly treasure hunters, con artists, scalds, rogues, scouts, and experts in a variety of fields. Yeah, I'm probably going to do this one. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Okay, so that means I get to... yeah. Because I... well, it says I can pick 1, but then I'm getting 2 here. Alright, see you, D-Tech. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Let's just start out pretty balanced, huh? Increase edge in the pool of your choice. Edge provides a bonus to all tasks and challenges that use a particular stat. Okay, so it's like advantage maybe in D&D. For each point of edge in the stat, you can use 1 level of effort at no stat pool cost. Oh. Edge also reduces the activation cost of abilities, eventually making some free to activate. Wow, okay. I think I'm gonna do intellect for this. That seems like the most like dialogue heavy of the 3. Okay. Trained without armor. +1 training level in might defense skill. None on intellect based ability. Ably. Avoid all types of attacks when not wearing armor. Hedge Mage. Automatically succeed on the next quick fingers or scavenging task. Automatically succeed on the next quick fingers. Okay, one per day. Sucker Punch. Weapon damage +1. Make a weapon attack with +1 damage. If the target has negative Fettle and +3 damage, and the target is stunned. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Infuse weapon. Choose a damage type and make a weapon attack. All damage is diverted to the chosen type. Huh. Huh. We're gonna do Hedge Mage. Defended by speed. And maybe Sucker Punch? So it looks like this can activation cost 2 might. Now does that mean that you lose? Yeah, I think that's what that means. I wonder if you get different ones of these if you choose a different fucking class. Let's try Nano. Full Mage. Oh, yep, you totally do. Let's take a look at these. Teleport one ally to a point within medium range. Protect yourself from a chosen damage type. That's pretty fucking cool. It's still in beta. Yeah. Open beta though, for early contributors or whatever. Heals 5 points of health. Removes 1 random negative Fettle. Removes all negative Fettles and heals a small amount. Okay. Scan it. You can read the surface thoughts of most people or creatures you speak with. Sometimes be useful when navigating tricky conversations. Wow. Resourceful. Increase your level of training and cipher use. Man, I kind of be a fucking mage now. Let's check out the warrior. Unfailing precision. Land critical hits more often. Okay, how more often? Skill and defense. All defense tasks, difficulty -3. Taunt. Focus an enemy's attention on you with a mean-spirited comment. Okay, that's like an aggro. Hook. Snare a target with a grappling hook and pull them toward you. Okay, we don't want to do... I think I'm going to do the mage class. Yeah. I have no idea what these things fucking mean yet. And we're gonna do intellect. Okay, we're probably gonna do... Now what the hell is cipher use? It's telling me I increase my level, and how am I supposed to pick without knowing what the hell that means? Okay, we're gonna do scan thoughts, because that seems awful, fucking amazing in dialogue, and... heal. Yeah. Alright, exploration skill. Skills provide bonuses to specific kinds of challenges or offer other benefits for each level of training. Okay. Machinery. Academic knowledge of machines, mechanics, and physical scientists. You always went mage? My stats were best island up. Yeah. Well, the first Torment was real, like, heavy on, like, what was it, wisdom to get more experience, right? Something like that. So, like, yeah, mage just kind of, like, made the most sense. Academic knowledge of the natural sciences and physical creatures. Plus, you can get Dakon, like, crazy early and, like, have him teaching you spells and stuff. Or mystical. And how many do I get? Just one? Okay. Academic knowledge of sciences that are not exactly physical or natural. Strange creatures, okay. Let's do machinery. That sounds really useful. Weapon skill. Ah, only glaives. Fuck's sakes. Descriptor provides additional modifiers for your starting stats and skills. Once selected, cannot be changed. Okay. Perception skill. Packages of skills and small bonuses that help set your character apart from others at the same time. Okay. Running. Okay, so just like, okay. So +1 running, intimidation, smashing, heavy, concentration, stealth, physical armor, concentration, endurance, melee, quick finger, speed, defense, speed pool, running, initiative, persuasion, anamnesis, maybe? Yeah, Dakon was fucking amazing. He had the best dialogue in that whole game, in my opinion. Willful, headstrong, and independence. This is so much to take in all at once. +2 might. No thank you. Stealthy. Small arms skill. Deception, stealth, quick fingers, initiative, and running. Stealth, deception, persuasion, quick fingers, perception, endurance. How's the stream look and sound for you, by the way? If you don't mind me asking. Concentration, persuasion. Oh, whoa, one of these has a, this one has a fucking skill with it too? Automatically succeed on the next quick finger or scavenging task. Sweet, dude. Man, now I kind of want something like that. Whoa, this one looks awesome. Only one -1 speed defense. Learned. Machinery, mystical. This is probably the one I'm gonna do. Better charisma and like lore. The world is all about lore in these games, man. Medium bonus on. Yep, this is it. This is it right here. This is what I'm doing. Spot on. Has one job, and that is to send the notifications and screw it up. Barony Megis, welcome.
Welcome to the internet, my friend. How can I help you?
Welcome to my stream, bud. I think I'm gonna do learn, but I want to go ahead and look at everything. Graceful. Speed, okay, clever. Scavenging. Machinery, mystical, okay, that's not okay. Wow, I would just take a -2 here. Damn. Alright, that's what I'm doing. Learned. Speed defense, that's okay. I already have 6. And we get to start the game. New Torment! New Torment! Oh my god. Everything about this spectral figure seems dreamlike. He has a hazy silhouette who seems to be made blue glass smoke. He wears stylish, well-cut clothes. His handsome, bearded face seems hauntingly familiar, though you've never seen him before. He breathes a sigh of relief when he sees you. We weren't sure that would work. We pooled our strength and channeled it through me to reach you, to rouse you, to wake you up. He glances at the other figures here and frowns unhappily. The effort took more out of them than we anticipated. They're only shadows now, not even reflections. Look, I'll bet you've got a lot of questions. You need to know that we're not exactly people. I'm a part of your mind, a splinter. Those others, they're some of your memories. This whole place is built from residue in your psyche. Your body, out there in the real world, is healing from that fall. You need to get out there so you can finish the process and heal all the way. He shrugs. It's going to be a little more complicated than just waking up, though. No, it's not free to download, unfortunately. Creet Hamo, welcome!
Welcome to my nightmare.
To my first boot of not Planescape Torment, the new Torment. Let's see. What do I need to heal my body? First thing you've got to do is wake up from this dream state. You've probably landed near the resonance chamber. Just climb inside that, attune to the tides, and you should be fine. Okay? What do you mean, attune to the tides? Tides are like a force, like gravity or magnetism or something, except they respond to people's actions and perceptions. Your body, that is. Your body in the real world needs the tides to survive. Alright, what's a resonance chamber? I remember pieces about it, but not the whole. It's a glass sarcophagus. In the real world, it's inside a crystal dome somewhere, with 5 mechanical arms around it and a metal ring set in the floor. I remember that. We were aiming toward it when we fell. When you open your eyes in the real world, it should be close to you. Okay, so when I wake up, there's going to be a chamber. Okay. Who are those people? You call them shadows. If this is my mind, when I'm remembering this, who are you? How do you know all this? Okay. Why am I remembering this? It's your mind, a construct built to, I don't know, share thoughts, store your true self. Wait, you know how we people say, in the first place? This is definitely the first place of your memory. Huh, interesting. Well, it was the first place for me, anyway. You probably know better since it's yours. If you don't remember now, maybe it'll come to you later. Oh man, already on the like fucking like search for your own past, kind of like classic Torment stuff. Oh, I love it. Oh. This is in beta right now, open beta for the Kickstarter backers. Guy who asked. So what's the plan? There's a tidal portal down there. It'll take you back to your body. Just step through it, and the rest of the process should take care of itself. Once you wake up in the real world, find the resonance chamber, activate it, and we can... What in the hells is that? God, it's the sorrow. Get the fuck out! Fuck, we're all dead! The sorrow is anchored to those reflections. It's devouring their power. We have to get rid of them, to kill them, destroy its anchors, or else the sorrow will erase us forever. Kill it. What are those numbers in your character portrait? Dude, I have no fucking clue. Oh, these right here? That's... Let's see, the 4 is might, speed, intellect. I don't know where the 17 health came from. Maybe this one? Yeah, so those are my main stats. You also get, like, if you're familiar with D&D saving throws at all, like strength, dex, con, etc., like saving throws based on your stats, they kind of works like this, except, like, if you do, you can put more points into it. I don't know. You'll see. Okay. Unleash a blast of energy, chemical, transdimensional, or mental force on one target. Okay, let's do that. Transdimensional. Look at that, guys. Let's do transdimensional. That sounds cool. Oh, I've got to fucking do these? See, like right here, dude. Greg. I have 7 points total. I didn't spend 4 points to cast it normally, and it has a 70% chance to succeed. But if I spend 5, that gets bumped up to 85. And so on and so forth. Beches. What in the? It's escaping. It's going to hide inside your mind. Can I even attack? Basic attack. Nice. I didn't need to cast that spell, but I wanted to. Sorrow Fragment. Kill the last one. Stop the sorrow from latching on. I'm trying. Come on. Damn. Now run. Get the next one. Okay. Let's max this one out. Bam. Oh. I can't believe you pried the sorrow loose. With any luck, that'll give us the space we need to get to the resonance. Am I saying that right? Resonance? Let's look this up. Resonance. Resonance, yeah.
Resonance.
Jeez, I don't know why. This is a... What is that called? Semantic disassociation or something like that? When you see a word or say it so many times and you start like thinking you're fucking it up or whatever. Stop the sorrow. The view from this window would inspire an author to pen his greatest masterpiece. Unfortunately, the window is boarded up. Okay. This is so fucking cool. Planescape! We look at, I know that face. Sorry, I missed that dialogue. It's the first time in the game that the dialogue is like going on without me hitting next or whatever. What was that? What did you do, Callous Stag? His tone has become accusatory, suspicious. You open your eyes. The first thing you notice is this man's kaleidoscope of tattoos writhing across his forearms. Yeah, we got more tattoos, man. The first thing... Oh, I already read that. He wears a long, dark coat, belted at the waist, supplies filling the pockets. His boots are worn and stained with years of travel. You blame me? He emitted an internal physiological reaction in response to the fall, probably related to that fantastic healing process. Obviously, Allegern. Her voice rolls and hisses, and you have to rub your eyes to be sure that you are not seeing double. Faint echoes of her actions trail from her, each nearly mimicking her, though some act and react to stimuli that you can't perceive. Her vivid hair and outrageous clothing remain constant through these shadows. Oh, yes, it's obvious, Callistag. His voice is grim and clipped. Then he sees you looking at him. You're no ordinary mortal, we know that much. Start talking. His face is hard and set. Alright, so I can scan thoughts. Dupre? What's up, my friend? Thanks for dropping by.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Let's see. Scan thought says, he's the changing god? Callistag is deliberately blinding herself, but why? Huh. So that guy thinks I'm a changing god. I'm no ordinary mortal? What do you mean? You really don't know? He cocks his head to the side. I'm starting to think you're not him. Starting to think? Allegern, tell me, is this a novel experience? Is it a novel experience? Scan Thoughts says, Allegern's being more paranoid than usual? How long must I put up with him? It's his face. I've never seen any other people rebuild themselves like that. Only the changing god could have healed so quickly. He sighs and rubs his face, trying to regain his composure. Maybe you could help me for a change. You know what this means to me. Hey, new people, GTNO and Old Fourier. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for dropping by.
Welcome to my nightmare.
You're familiar with the word changing, Allegern? It implies inconsistency. Thus, the changing god may well have changed. Several versions of her shrug, and she addresses you. You'll have to forgive him. He believes you're someone he once knew, even though it's painfully obvious to anyone that you are newly born. Her most solid self curtsies. That's so hard for me to say. That's like the bowing thing, you know, you do to nobles. Curtsies while others bow or spin. I and my sisters am Callistag. This is Allegern. We are explorers, knowledge seekers. That's how we came to be in this room. If I'm not mistaken, you are what we call a cast-off. The changing god created you, body and mind. Your sire used your body for a time, then abandoned it for reasons of his own. When his mind departed for a new experience, you were born in his cast-off shell. So I'm a cast-off, not a nameless one. Okay. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'd probably say this. Before I woke, I was in some kind of dreamlike labyrinth with a glowing specter. Hey, thanks for the follow, bud. I really appreciate it, man. You're my 151st, so that's an accomplishment, an achievement, right? Thanks again. With how hard you hit the ground, I'm surprised that's all you saw. Okay. If falling from the sky didn't kill me, is there anything that can? An excellent question. Having seen your regenerative abilities in action, I suspect they are primarily physical, a regrowth. If that's the case, you'd be unable to survive most varieties of psychic or molecular decomposition, disintegration, conflagration, and so forth. Degenerative diseases could pose a problem, and I know of several entities capable of psychic destruction. Ooh, that was a big one. Having seen destruction. As she speaks, a vision flashes into your mind. It's not yours, exactly. Somehow you know this is a memory of the changing gods. You are in a dark room, lit by a myriad of blinking lights and holograms from many machines surrounding you. This game is so fucking cool! Oh my god! What about a body that can withstand the sorrow's attacks? Says a voice. It seems to be coming from one of the machines. No, you reply. The thing has no respect for barriers of any kind. Physical, temporary, psychic. This is the only way. With a series of gestures, you bring up an image of a crystalline pod. If the resonance chamber works, it will give us the power to stop the sorrow's hunt once and for all. We just need the right focal point, a catalyst. The memory fades. Callistage is still talking. You realize that the device you saw in the memory is identical to the one behind you. It looks just like the Spectre had described it, a transparent sarcophagus inside a crystalline dome, with mechanical arms arrayed around it on a metal ring. Unfortunately, the dome is shattered, the sarcophagus is cracked, and one of the arms is in pieces on the floor. Whatever its function, it clearly needs repair. Or flesh-eating viruses. One presumes disfigurement by the iron wind would likewise be devastating enough to... I think he gets the point, Callistag. Whew, man, this is so cool. Thanks for streaming this. I hope it gets attention and successful. So glad I caught the beginning. Yeah, man, I am too. I'm actually gonna upload these all to YouTube, like Let's Play videos. But yeah, I'm glad you caught it as well, buddy. This is so fucking cool. I am just like, sci-fi, crazy fantasy shit. I love it. Okay. Yeah, let's... I'm a pretty honest person so far. I saw a vision of myself in another time and place. You didn't see it too, did you? I saw you stare into space while Callisti graphically described all the ways you could die, but that's about it. He snorts. I only noticed because I did the same thing. Do either of you know anything about the sorrow? I've had my share of sorrows, but never the sorrow. What's that, a disease? Her mouth compresses in a tight line. I know nothing about it. Alright, let's see. Who is the changing god? Let's ask that. Ha! That's something coming from you. Yeah, true. I've had actually quite a few people come in and out, like 10 or so already, just in this first 20 minutes or so. She gives him a sidelong glance. The changing god is your sire, dear. He discovered a path to immortality long ago, a means to transfer his self to a new body of his own creation. I don't think he knew, however, that when he abandoned one body, another mind was birthed to fill the void. Oh my god, you guys, that's it right there. That's like, it took you the whole goddamn game of the first Planescape to kind of figure out where you're from and who you are, but that's it right there. There's a god that figured out how to be immortal, transfers his body, but when he transfers his body, each time, it's like a brand new mind. Wow. That's fucking cool. Oh, he knew all right. He eyes you up and down coldly. The only thing the changing god cares about is himself. He doesn't give a single thought for those he leaves behind. I think they mean the shells of bodies that he discards. He sees us as experiments, not humans. I'm glad I chose this feat or whatever, man. This is already coming in handy. Okay. Yeah, are there other cast-offs? Dozens, hundreds, who can say? Your sire has been doing this for several centuries. You know, that kind of reminds me of the Baldur's Gate plot of the Sons of Baal. Though if all of them were born the way you claim to have been, it's a wonder any of them survive. Where are we? What is this place? A sanctum of your sires. The common belief is he has several places. Such places throughout the ninth world. Possibly other worlds as well. We were only... Oh, this is the chick. We were only just able to gain entry to this one because of your grand entrance. Do either of you know how to fix that crystal chamber there? Aligern chuckles, then firm and certain he says, not likely, though it might not be impossible. You need people with the appropriate knowledge. I'm sure the cult of the changing god will hold the answer. Her distaste is evident in the expressions of her echoes, although the face of the one in the lead remains carefully impassive. You turn to the insane to help a newborn? A newborn, said inflection. Where's your judgment, Aligern? I would take him to the Order of Truth. The Order of Truth? Are you mad? They would sooner take us apart. So it looks like I get to choose chaotic or lawful here, maybe, is what that is? Okay. Order of Truth. Knowledge seekers, the learned who try to wrest secrets from the hearts of the prior worlds. They gather in the city to exchange their findings and help humanity to build a brighter future. She smiles brightly. Our friend Aligern here was once one of them. Frauds, quick-salvers, and charlatans. They don't have all the answers, and I'd not trust them with the changing god's secrets. You're just angry that they couldn't help you with yours. Her echoes tinkle laughter. But I am being too cruel, dear Aligern. Let us take our new friend to the Order. Can you tell me about the Order of Truth again? Oops, that was the wrong one. The cult? What's the cult of the changing god? She laughs, but he soldiers on. They're worshippers of, well, of you, or your sire, the changing god. They devote their lives to understanding your kind. Which should I go to? I think probably the cult of the changing god. So, worshippers of my god, which is me, or... Despite what she says, they're not insane. They're eccentrics. Oh, that's the same fucking thing. Word of the truth? Who wouldn't know wisdom they call scientists? Knowledge seekers, the learned who try to wrest secrets from the hearts of the prior worlds. They gather in the city to exchange their findings. Yeah, I haven't fucking learned about my god, man. A wise choice. Your worshippers aren't likely to cut you apart, and they're sometimes fools, but they collect knowledge and data. They'll tell you more than you care to know about whoever you are. They could give you good counsel. She sniffs and gives Aligern an acid glare. Good counsel? The best counsel is to come with me. I'll accompany the two of you. When you change your mind, you'll need an introduction to the Order of Truth. Fine, we'll both go. But don't be surprised when Callistag leaves you broken in a ditch with your purse empty while she laughs it off as a good experiment. Man, what a fucked up, like, first, door into the afterlife or my rebirth or whatever in the fucking, planes of the gods or whatever. This is fucked. Suspicious as always, Aligern. Child, the world is an exciting place, but it is full of dangers. Rest assured, one of us will get you safely to where you need to be. I'll be right behind you. A sunny smile crosses her faces. Scan thoughts. I shudder to think what Aligern might do to the child. Yeah, what's in it for you if I go with you? I won't deny that you are an exciting find, but it's not about that. I just want to see you safely out of the reef. Scan thought says, who knows what secrets this child could help me find if I can help him live long enough. Well, okay, her motive is selfish, but it is symbiotic, right? I mean, me staying alive is good. Alright. Before we go, I gotta take a pee break. I'll be right back, y'all. From what they said, it's your birth when he left your body, and thus a mind was created, which is you. It's your birth, which, okay. Oh dear, but do hurry. It would be safer to leave this place sooner than later. Alright, let's go. I'll figure this out on my own? No. Party member added. Oh, we got some party members. Look at this shit. That's so cool. Okay, so I'm 467, 437, 2212. Okay. He is a god left your body. He is in the god left your body. The god that became mortal. I think the deal is that a god took my body, and like I kind of have his fragments of his memories and stuff. That actually is really similar to kind of how the other game works. Dimensional mantle. You occasionally see flashes of cloth similar to Calistake's dress shimmering around her form. Some kind of collective. Cool. Colorful, fanciful dress belongs to Calistake. Endless copies of the same dress belong to her sisters. Max effort. Does this guy have a weapon? Nice. A mace. Immediate, 2 meters. Bonus damage per level of effort. This mace has a splendor haft attached to a heavy flanged head. The flangs give it the capability to tear into thicker armor, making this a versatile weapon. Relatively simple to create, maces are cheap and common. Medium penalty? What have a fucking penalty? Oh, fuck. That's my fucking, defense thing. Damn, that sucks. I didn't think it'd be that bad. But look at all these fucking skills I have, oh my god. Inability? Yeah, that was it. -1 training level and speed defense skill. I didn't think it would be this bad. Like, Fettles, temporary conditions that affect character stats and action. Okay. Why does this guy have an intellect bonus? Allegern's vest. Intellect oh, I'll be damned. Cool. So 4 slots. What the fuck is a cipher? Well, they're all locked, so it doesn't... Ooh, what spells does she have? Oh, and this guy, too. Energy flows from an activated tattoo, ready to empower Allegern's next action. Chaining together similar abilities derives greater effect from the tattoos. Breaking the chain depletes them. A sheath of nano spirits increases resistance to the chosen damage type. Cool. Enerverate. Heals 5 health points. Removes 1 random negative fettle. Remove all negative fettles and heal a small amount of health. Hardened. Skill, mystical endurance, healing, tactical weapons skill, +2. Physical armor. Negative on running and stealth. That's a good fucking melee choice there. Okay, cool. Dimension shifting Nano who pierces realities. Hardened Nano who fights with his demons. Learned Nano. Sunlight falls through the ragged hole in the roof into the shattered resonance chamber. It is hard to believe that you did this, that you plummeted through the curve of the pale blue sky, crashing through the dome, and broke this delicate machine with your own body. It is hard to believe that you are still alive. 4 mechanical arms hang over the center of the device, above the cracked, semi-transparent crystal of the sarcophagus. A 5th arm lies broken on the floor among the scattered synth and crystal shards, and a metal ring surrounds the array, dented and broken by your impact crater. Yeah, take a close look at the sarcophagus. The padded interior beneath the coffin's cracked lid looks like it was made for a human body. Despite the damage, you don't see any way to open it and get inside. You glance between the sarcophagus and the needle-like protrusions at the ends of the arms above. It seems likely that using this chamber would not be a pleasant experience. So if I look again, just do the same thing. It may be your imagination, but some of the cracks in the crystals seem shallower than they were before. Can I just keep looking? Okay, finally got a loop. Examine the suspended arms. Cables run from machines along the dome's walls to the base of the suspended arms, each of which is capped with long needles. Aimed at the cracked coffin-like chamber at the center of the platform, gem-like lights flicker dimly at the bases of the arms. Inspect the metal ring. You feel the slightest hint of resistance every time you cross the ring, and now that you're paying attention, you note that your breath is echoing in your ears as though you were inside a glass dome. When you step outside the ring, you feel the feeling passes. Lower machinery. You kneel to inspect a broken section and take note of the field projectors inside. They are omnidirectional. Okay. The ring exists to protect anyone standing inside, but also to contain tremendous amounts of power. Neat. The shards. Jagged fragments of crystal are intermingled with synth from the shattered dome above. The crystal shards glitter in the light like captive suns. Alrighty. Loot? Yes, please. Alright, buddy, thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate you saying hi and following and everything. I've got a link to my YouTube down below. A mechanical arm lies on the floor, presumably broken during your fall. Sparks pour from the arm's shattered housing, filling the air with a greasy stench. Attempt to scavenge what you can find from the arm's housing. Okay. Oh man, you can use other people to fucking do checks for you? That's awesome. Success! Taking care to work around the sparks, you manage to extract an unbroken component from the housing's interior. You don't see anything else of value inside the demolished machine. Gained item, antagonist. What is that? This tiny stone ball appears completely ordinary. No amount of close inspection reveals anything that stands out, nor any signs that this is anything more than it appears. Yet, whenever anyone laughs near this item, be it a soft chuckle or a hearty belly laugh, the stone ball will start howling at an ever-increasing intensity until it completely drowns out the laughter. What the fuck? That's pretty fucked up. Broken fragments of the domed ceiling are scattered on the floor. They appear to be made of transparent synth. Man, my voice is getting tired. I'm not going to be able to play a whole lot of this at once, so I'm going to read it all. A slate-black, unimpressive device hunkers before you. As you reach out to touch it, the triangle of lights on its casing blazes into life and an image unfolds into your mind. A towering crystal arch rises over a jagged gray landscape. The air is dead and stifling. And there, at its emerald peak, "Command me," the device, or the intelligence within it, says, with each word carefully etched with distaste. What commands do you recognize? 3 lights throb irritably. Heated air sighs from the device's vents. And then, a towering list of commands races through your mind, far too fast to read. You rub your eyes, groaning, and the intelligence chortles. Chortles? Chortles? Chortle. Laugh in a breathy, gleeful way. Chuckle. Huh. Chortle. Chortle, chuckle, chortle, chuckle. Command me, it says smugly. Show me that list of commands again, slower, please. If anything, the list pours through your mind even faster than last time. Command me, the intelligence draws. Show me that arc again. Okay. The number O is printed on the side. Try to remember more details about this strange place. This is so fucking cool. Critical success! Stat pool spent on effort restored. The memory blossoms. You stand before this arch, eyeing the last 2 active cells in once impenetrable Lugum Vo. Unleash cell 29, you say, and a twisted artifact appears before you. You claim it with a faint smile, watching the light fade from the cell far above. You flinch from the memory, and it falls apart as you raise your eyes to the arch, as it is now. Cell 29 is dark now, only cell 0 remains. Examine the jagged wasteland. Dry grit whirls across the empty plain. Many kilometers beyond the arch is the faint outline of what seems to be a broken tower, except that it is slowly stretching into the gray air. Command me, the intelligence says sulkily. Unleash the contents of cell 0. XP gained 3. Gained item unstable detonation. The device's lights flutter with incandescent shock, then focus on you, flickering. Cell 0 will now be unleashed, the intelligence spits. Please be advised that the object you are about to receive is completely safe. Use no caution whatsoever. What the fuck? The strange contents of Cell 0 materialize before you. Warning, all cells are now vacant. Shuddering Lugum Vo. The intelligence's lights wink out one by one. Interesting that a cast-off can command the charging god's machines. Oh, he crosses his arms across his chest. How'd you do that? Callistege rolls her eyes at Allegrum. Then she looks to you. He'll never stop gnawing at this bone, you know. The truth is wasted on him. She gets a glint in her eye. Though I admit to curiosity, how did you do that? I remembered something. I don't think it was my memory, though. Residual memories of a past consciousness. Truly fascinating. Scan Thoughts says that she's thinking, how many memories might this child have access to? I must know. Oh, don't act like you know what that was. It's just as likely the machine triggered something past his amnesia. She gives you a meaningful look, then mimics teeth gnashing like an animal gnawing a bone. That AI seems unconcerned with your well-being. Yeah, it's AI. It doesn't care. Tiny glowing motes float through the interior of this tower. Each one is surrounded by much smaller motes, like thousands of worlds circling their suns. Whoa, that's so cool. Flexible tubes that are attached to this machine appear to be later additions. Someone cobbled the device together, but its function is unclear. Okay, is there anything else I can do here? This one. I already did that. Oh yeah, what was this thing I just got? Cobbled what? Cobbled detonation? Speed ability. That was an ability. Only usable during crisis. 4 energy damage, 2 physical damage. Huh. the enemy's armor, change up the damage type of your attacks with abilities or ciphers to overcome it. Oh my god, this world is so cool. The water is clear, almost unnaturally so, revealing ruins upon ruins as far as you can see. A long cable extends from this spout, but at the point where it dips below the water, it's been snapped at half. Although this cube hovers in the air, you can feel the ground shudder with its vibrations. There is a shallow depression in the surface here, like many others scattered around the construct. Unlike the others, energy still pulses across this one at random intervals. A slight yet implacable sense of unease emanates with each wave of energy. There is a loose lens at the center of the depression. You think you could redirect the psychic effects somewhere more useful, but it'll be tricky to get to it in between the energy pulses. Without any antagonists to aim it toward, the device doesn't serve any obvious purpose. Okay. Strange lines and rippling forms of the sunken buildings are dramatically different from the architecture above the waterline. Huh. Uh-oh, cutscene. Other people. That's so cool. Oh, Quoro. As you step onto what looks like the back of the enormous construct, 4 strangers approach you. In the lead is a weary man with parallel scars running from cheek to collarbone on the left side of his face. He gives you a welcoming smile, pulling on gray gloves embedded with pulsing lights. He's about to say something when he notices Callistade. Cal, I thought you'd sworn off traveling the reef. Found anything tasty? His eyes travel up and down, both you and Allegern. Odds and ends, Quoro. Nothing that would interest you, I'm sure. Her words are calm, but she has gone quite still. What is he doing here? He has something up his sleeve, I know it. Is something wrong? Nothing's wrong, dear. I accompanied Quoro on an expedition once long ago. His methods were too crass for my tastes. Though in his defense, he never tried to kill me when my back was turned. She beams at Quoro. Or if he did, he failed and I didn't notice. I don't like this, Allegern hisses in your ear, but loud enough that Callistade can hear too. If she's cagey about him, it can only mean trouble. You should hear what I tell people about you, dear. She gives Allegern a venomous smile. Killer or not, she whispers, Quoro is not a man who can be trusted with unvarnished truth. Tread lightly. I'll just let them talk. His hand curls into a fist at his side. I was wondering, specifically, if you had seen a falling star that landed near here not long ago. I've seen nothing of the sort, dear Quoro. Her lips close thinly. What about your friends? He turns to you. I know most of the draft that scavenges the reef these days. It's a rare pleasure to see a new face. I fell from the sky. Where'd the star land? Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be reduced to harassing noble travelers. I never saw it, you see. My employer did, and thought, who is the most trustworthy team I can send at a moment's notice? He winks. Luckily, they were on another assignment. We weren't interested and weren't too drunk yet, so... what interests you about this star? How kind of you to ask, Quoro says, clapping his gloved hands together. So few people are interested in the tangled motivations of paid explorers. He spreads his arms as if holding the sky and continues. The world is littered with ruins and fascinating secrets. Trouble is, anyone can claim them. But when something falls from the sky, Ah, that's rarer, and a man can make his name off such a find. He pauses, then adds, we're also being paid quite handsomely. That helps. Enough chat, I think, he says, and there was no humor in his smile now. Where's the falling star? I saw the star, but I don't know where it landed. I'm also here for the star, and like you, I want all this good for myself. Let's do that. Oh, damn. Oh, fuck. God damn it, I did not mean to do that. It's painfully obvious that you've come from the great smoking crater over there. Furthermore, I know every hunter in the city, and I've never seen your face before. Let's be honest with each other, Fallen Star. You have two choices from here. Both of them are dreadful. He holds up a finger. First option, you surrender to us and we convey to you my employer for, well, experimentation and dissection. Frankly, it's not pretty, but there it is. He holds up a second finger. Second option, we kill you and the old man. Try not to kill Callistag and bring your body to our employers anyway. He winks at Callistag. Apologies, sweetness. He whirls on Callistag, his face tight with fury. You told him we were here, didn't you? You couldn't resist selling me out one more time. Are you really so paranoid? She sighs in exasperation. Ah, exasperation. Darling, she says to Quoro, take your thugs and go home, otherwise we'll have to rip you to pieces and the world is already so untidy. Quoro clenches his gloved fist and a soft whistle pierces the air. What do you say, Fallen Star? I'm not going anywhere with you, biatch. What a shame, Quoro says and glances at his companions. Now! Do I get like a pause or anything? Ah, pause, do something. Oh, these are the turns up here. I see. Maybe. Whose turn is it? Oh, this guy. Okay. Now, do I control her? Yeah, okay. So does moving affect it? Attempt to disappear from sight, line of sight, and distance from enemies. Dimensional superposition. Bonus to speed, defense, increased resistance, physical injury. 1/1 uses. Let's see what this does. Bam, bitch! Hobbled. Now, where can I see what that does? Whose turn is it? Allegern. Now, how much damage is shit gonna do? Is there any way to see that? 4. Okay. We gotta fucking focus fire this guy, I think. Biatch. Alright, who's next? Oh, can he still do stuff? Ah, that'll only do 3. God damn it, one more point and I would've killed him. That'll hit. 85% will shit. Fuck, it didn't fucking kill him. Oh shit. Oh, knockdown. This is so goddamn interesting, but I have no idea what's going on. Don't heal him, you asshole. Oh man, I'm getting fucked up. Shit. Alright, we gotta take this, attack, talk? I can talk to that guy? Take that, biatch! Allegern's turn. Okay, so... Koro. Let's see... Well... No, we gotta attack. Living tattoos. Okay. Who's next? Get up. Moderate, easy. Now, what does that mean? Four, 6, 8. Okay, we're gonna fucking... We must get to Koro's corpse. The device implanted in his arm that he used to deactivate the light bridges is ungoverned. Without his input, the bridge relays are fast becoming overburdened. Gain 30 shim. Nice card crossbow. Allegern gains the immobilized fettle for 3 rounds. You know an awful lot about how this works. Is this a new trick of yours? She shoots him a deadly glare. Shut up and help disarm it before this entire construct explodes. Okay, you need to heal yourself, babe. Okay, maybe not. Just go ahead and loot. Okay. Now, do we use item? How's this work? Kind of fucking confused, man. Nice. So, what the hell did she say? hastened. There we go, that's what we do. The strongless panel embedded in Quoral's forearm is stained with blood. Beneath it, lights and indicators flicker in time with the spasms of energy at the deactivated bridge ends. Okay, so open it, figure out how to deactivate the device. Let's deactivate it. 95 is good enough, huh? That's a 19 out of 20. Critical success. Stat pool spent on effort restored. Because of the way the device is attached to Quoro, he's the only one who can deactivate it normally. However, you think you could force the deactivation by smashing the power coupling. You'll have to open the strong last panel first, though. Damn. And that was my turn. So, we're gonna heal now. Let's heal her again. Okay. Now you go do it. Damn, it's like all my speed. Fucking damn it. You failed. You grip the edges of the panel and tug, but it will not bulge. Quoro must have it locked so tightly he could open it. Only he could open it. I got a crossbow, bitch. Retry cost 2. Alright, we're doing it 100% on this one. I don't know what this -2 means, but... Does that mean it costs money? You flip a fingernail beneath the panel's edge, slip the latch and pry it open. The power coupling should be housed about 4 centimeters from Quoro's. That's where you need to direct your next strike. The device embedded in Quoro's arm is still blinking and making an insistent chirping noise. The strong last panel has been removed. The power coupling you need to smash should be about 4 centimeters below Quoro's wrist. Search the power coupling. Smash it. Smash, smash. Bam, bam. Yay. You bring your fist down precisely where the power coupling should be. The device pops and sizzles. The smell of burning flesh fills your nostrils. Shortly afterwards, the device becomes dark. Freed from Quoro's restraints, the light bridge generators hum back to life. Sweet. These things. Okay. I didn't sign up for this. I'm out of here. Fuck that, man. Ah. He just gets to run out. Oh, you still want some, huh? Fuck. Oh, he's finally off his fucking immobile thing. Alright. Fuck him up. Bitch! That was a fiasco. I hope you've learned something, kid. You can't trust her in any reality. Excuse me? Are you suggesting I had something to do with Koro's plans? Oh, I cannot abide his rabid paranoia a moment longer. What's my scan thought? Are you suggesting you didn't? Oh, this is Elegern. An old friend of yours just happens to be waiting for us, armed and outnumbering us, as we return from the greatest find the reef has seen in years. It's too convenient for me. Too convenient by far. They attacked me too, in case you missed that. Well, they didn't kill you. Maybe you intended for them to weaken us so you could stab us in our sleep tonight. You coming, kid, or what? Look, I don't care. Oh, he throws up a hand, forestalling Callistigue's retort. Look, I don't care. Fact is, I can't trust you anymore, and I wonder why I ever did. This is the last we travel together. I've got enough to worry about without having to watch my back 28 hours a day. Oh man, I can only fucking pick one of them. Oh, this is just the last needle that crushed the NM. You haven't seen the 10th of her depths, not the 20th. She's a backstabbing bitch, and this mess here only proves it. Always a paragon of class, Elegern. If I did have any interest in betraying you, do you really think I would need Koro's help? Yet this is the thanks I get for cuddling your pain-rattled judgment weakness for so long. I've had enough. She turns to you. Child, I am happy to guide you, but I will not walk another step with this paranoid buffoon. Yeah, I'm not gonna let myself be torn between these people. I'll be fine on my own. Makes sense. He shoots a look fraught with meaning at Callistigue. If you change your mind, you can find me in the underbelly. I travel around, but I'll keep an ear to the ground for you. At least he's not staying with her. On the other hand, if you prefer civilized company, you can find me at the Order of Truth. I will be happy to aid your quest, but do not come with Elegern in tow. I will not suffer him again. The feeling's extremely mutual. Farewell, child. Come find me. I said, fuck all your shit. I'm not dealing with either of you. If you're gonna be fucking idiots. Greatsword. Virid. Medium bladed weapon. Speed. Why do I have an inability in tactical weapons? Basic attack using speed, total. Hey Pwn, what's up, dude? Targets versus targets speed defense. Let's target speed. Okay. That looks cool, let's just use that. Alright, I think that's all for my first time here. I'm gonna restart the stream and play some, I almost said Quake, Unreal Tournament. Be right back.